following breaking news, the government has just carried out its latest federal execution in Terre Haute. Protesters from both sides showed up today as the government carried out its fifth execution in about a month's time. We continue our live team coverage for you now. Good afternoon to you. I'm Susan Dinkle. It's Friday, August 28th. Before this, it had been 17 years since the last federal execution. News 10's Richard Solomon talked with the demonstrators and has that story for you in just a moment. But first, our Patrice Dayton is live with the latest on what's unfolded. She joins us now.
Susie, I'm live outside the federal prison here in Terre Haute, and the government just put to death their fifth inmate this summer. Now, News 10's Aaliyah Blackburn is our media witness inside the prison walls, and she tells us that Keith Nelson was officially put to death at 4:32 this afternoon. Aaliyah also tells me that Nelson invited 6 people to his execution. First was his spiritual advisor. Now, you may remember yesterday on News 10 that we told you that Sister Barbara Batista from the Sisters of Providence was his spiritual advisor. She was within the prison walls with him during the execution. Nelson also reportedly invited 2 attorneys and 3 family members. And Aaliyah also tells us that the victim's family was inside witnessing the execution, and they plan on speaking to the media. Now, a little background on this case. In 2001, Nelson pleaded guilty to kidnapping, raping, and murdering 10-year-old Pamela Butler. She was from Kansas, and police found her body in Missouri. Now, as you may know, that the government resumed executions this summer. They performed 5 within a month's time after a 17-year hiatus. Now, faithfully, a group of protesters have shown up to all 5 of these executions, protesting the death penalty, and that's where we find News 10's Richard Solomon. Richard?
Yes, Patrice, I've been out here with protesters the entire afternoon, and what's going on behind me right now, I want to move out the way for you. Sister Barbara Batista has just wrapped up, and she just joined us after being in that death chamber. And I want to move out the way again so you can see some of the many signs that they're holding up right now. Sister Batista said that it was Nelson's choice to have her inside the prison with him so she could come out here and tell the world what was going on. Now, take a quick look at your screen. This is what has happened leading up to this moment right now. Protesters arrived out here around 2:30, and they held signs up saying, "Don't kill in my name and stop state murders." I spoke with Abraham Bonowitz of the Death Penalty Action. He says he's traveled here all the way from Columbus, Ohio. He says these executions are a political stunt by the president.
The timing of these executions during the week of the Republican National Convention, that's not happenstance. This was scripted. Wednesday, Donald Trump became the most executing president since the 1950s.
As I've been out here today, many people have been driving by yelling things from their car in favor for the death penalty. But actually earlier, one man did come out for the death penalty and share his thoughts on why. Here's what he has to say.
I believe that if somebody does something horrendous or heinous enough to deserve that, then I think we should follow through with it. I'm a Christian man, and I believe that we all have the ability and the right to speak our side, and I think that we can still disagree agreeably.
Now, in just a few minutes here, I'm going to go over to Sister Barbara Batista and speak with her on her experience of being in that death chamber. Until then, I'm going to toss it back to you. We're reporting live in Terre Haute. I'm Richard Solomon with News 10.
Thank you, Richard. We will have another live update for you at the end of this newscast, but recapping for you, Susie, at 4:32, the federal government officially put to death Keith Nelson. We hope to have Aaliyah Blackburn, our media witness, out here to talk to us about what she witnessed as well. Susie, back to you.
There are 2 more federal executions set to happen in Terre Haute next month.